lovely Atlantis Scalar peeps. It's the weekly video time. Yes, and I would like to read a wonderful testimonial from Ichita Ghosh. She's lovely. Hi, Lisa. Lots of O's of love and gratitude to Team AS for doing this. I've been meaning to write you since I received the complimentary ERPE. I think she won it as in a contest or something, or maybe because she sent in a testimonial for my household. So here's another long and winding email. For the past 12 years, I've been stuck with my job and there's no progress. And my boss is a bully and a sadist. Ugh. I haven't actually read all of this. I have been trying to move out, but can never catch a break. Within a week after the ERP, the Energy Repair, Protection, and Enhancement, I noticed a drastic improvement in my boss's behavior toward me. I even got a dream job offer out of the blue, which eventually did not materialize. But then for 12 years, I have not been able to move up to a point in my job interview where I have felt that I'm good enough. This time it was different. I knew that I am a valuable resource and I will be recognized for my skills. My self-worth has improved, so this is huge. Also, I have PCOS, polycystic ovary disease, diabetes type 2, and metabolic syndrome. In spite of a strict diet and exercise regimen for years, I couldn't sleep at night. I constantly had brain fog, random cravings, constant exhaustion, and I'm sleeping like a baby now and wake up refreshed. My brain fog has cleared. My concentration and focus have improved tremendously. I am finding my work environment a lot more bearable and seem to suddenly know how to deal with my boss and her low-life tactics. My cravings have gone down and I feel significantly more energetic and less disenchanted by life. So a big fat yay exclamation point like a million times. Also, I want to mention that I have been sleeping in a trance for the last few days before receiving the done email. And I am aware of my surroundings, yet I can't open my eyes or move my body, as if I've taken opioid painkillers and anti-allergy medications together. I've also had, and this is before receiving the email, I have also had vivid dreams, and every time I woke up, it felt like a long time had elapsed, but it was only 10 minutes or so since I last checked the time. Weird, but I totally loved that sleep phase. So I'm not sure if it's after. Okay. My father's situation has stabilized too, and I think a system had to purge out that bit further the effects of the ERPE and microbiome scalar service. His condition was scary, but I had absolute faith that everything would come back to a manageable normal, and it has. Since I received the services for my parents and myself, I've had this quiet sense of confidence that Team AS, Atlantis Scalar, and my guides have my back. They do. Nothing that I signed up for is insurmountable. Again, in deep gratitude and love, Ishita. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, now let's read a bedtime story. I'm going to finish up the one, my funeral of my life after death. And those first three chapters are so difficult for me, but we're going to get into more uplifting chapters and after this one. Those thoughts made me hearing from other people, right, in the funeral. Those thoughts made me think about my mom. She was also always the one to whom I needed comfort. I went to when I needed comfort. So right after the funeral, I followed her around the house, trying so hard to get her to see me. She didn't right away. In the evening, she headed down the hall to my room with Michelle close behind her. I think they just wanted to revisit the place where I was alive last. I guess they needed more closure. Just as Michelle was moving from the game room into the bedroom hall, I whispered in her ear, "Dude, fucking see me." Right after I said that, her gaze seemed to change, like she was thinking, "What's up? Is that you, Eric?" Then she grabbed her digital camera on the table nearby and started taking pictures of my mom just as she started to round the corner of my bedroom door. She said, "Mom, I feel Eric. He's here." They both got all excited and scrolled through the pictures on Michelle's camera, and sure enough, there I was. What they saw was a bright ball of light with a long tail, kind of like a comet, whizzing behind my mom. A star was born. they were talking about how the tail made it look like the ball of light was moving, and fuck, I could feel myself moving around the room, just like I had at the funeral and when I died. That's the first time I realized that my family couldn't see me in human form, which makes sense, I guess. But I still didn't really consider myself a spirit at that point because I didn't know what the fuck a spirit was supposed to look like. When I saw that picture, though, things started to come more into focus for me. Okay. Last page of this chapter, half a page. Beside the whole thing, when I visited Poppy to say goodbye, seeing the picture of that orb was the first time my mom felt I might not really be gone. This was the start of her journey from skeptic to believer. It was a fucking long one because she's stubborn. I don't think she wanted to believe I was still alive, because if she did and then found out, it was all bullshit, it would be like losing me again forever. And that's so true. My fault. That'd really suck. Yes. Anyway, that whole experience gave me hope too. I didn't want my relationship with my family to end in disbelief. After Michelle took the picture of me, I knew I was going somewhere. I had no fucking clue where, though. I'd heard it's called crossing over, but I didn't feel like it had happened yet. I just felt like it was coming, and that it was going to be good, and that everything was going to be okay. I wasn't afraid. I didn't think I had to do something to start the process either, like wave some dead dude flag as the big guy in the sky, or stick out my thumb for a lift. I just knew that it was going to happen the way that it should. All right. And so the next chapter will be crossing over and meeting loved ones. So stay tuned for that. You guys, please subscribe to this channel. Also, I really urge you to subscribe to the Atlantis Scalar newsletter, because so many people missed the sales because they have not signed up to the newsletter, which is basically how we announce all the sales. And every week I ask Eric, "Want to do sale? Want to do sale?" Sometimes he says no. Sometimes he says yes. So you don't want to miss that. It's not like we send spam and junk. We just don't. Okay. And we don't do anything with your email addresses. We don't sell them to anybody, etc. So don't miss out on that, because, a lot of people came back and said, "Oh, dang, I missed the sale. Couldn't you just do it anyway for me, for X% off?" I said, "No, I can't do that. There has to be a cutoff, and these sales do exhaust me, I'm telling you. So please sign up for those, and hit the notification bell for this channel. And also don't forget to visit the Channeling Eric YouTube channel, because we've got some pretty cool stuff there too. All right. I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful week.